these subscriptions that people are paying for and not using seem like they're a bigger deal than I really realized before we worked on that article.
Yeah, that actually surprised me too when I dug into it. I actually came across an interesting study by CNR Research they did that showed the average typical person with their subscriptions, what they think they're spending, they're underestimating by over 2.5 times of what the actual cost is. And then there was another study by CNET, a prominent tech article, that showed that the average adult spends about $1,000 a year on subscriptions, and 200 of that $1,000 goes to subscriptions they no longer use or they've forgotten about. So I was just surprised that most people don't realize how much money they're losing on these subscriptions that they're signing up for on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I think it's easy. You know, some of these are $6 a month, $10 a month. It's really easy to dismiss like, oh, well, if I'm not keeping a real close eye on them, what's the harm? But it seems like the harm is that they can really add up when there's, you know, it's not just the one $6 subscription that you've missed.
Absolutely. Let's stick with the zombie metaphor here. If you were facing down one single zombie face to face, most people would probably feel fairly confident they could take it out. But you turn a corner and there's a horde of zombies looking at you, most people wouldn't survive. These subscriptions work the same way. For most of us day to day, we're dealing with a horde of subscriptions, and that's where it becomes a problem. A single subscription, like you mentioned, less than $20 a month, most people do not hit panic by seeing that on their bank statement. It's when you have 5 of those that it quickly racks up and you realize, oh, I'm spending a lot more money per month than I was anticipating. Just the math on it, if you're spending $20 a month for 5 of those subscription, you're spending over $1,200 annually. And that's a big number for most people.
So I'm just curious, did working on that article and preparing for this podcast point out any zombies in your own budget that had been hiding from you?
100%. Yes. So when I was writing the article, I actually went through my bank statements because I wanted to see how my own zombie subscriptions looked. And I actually found this photo editing app that I had downloaded about 2 years prior. It was right after a family vacation. I wanted to touch up some photos and make them look nice, and then just forgot to go in and delete it because it was linked to my Apple ID and just completely forgot about it. So for 2 years, I was paying that subscription, not using it.
Man, the apps will get you. I feel like, you know, they're still on your bank statement the same way anything else is, but they feel somehow sneakier to me.
They do. They fly under the radar for sure.
Yeah.